Hello, and welcome back to episode 31 of Crits&Knits. Who remembers what happened last time?
Nah.
Nah. It's about a month ago.
We were in the library. Something big had just happened, and then we stopped, and I don't remember what the big thing was.
Let's see. Let me look at my notes.
And I'm looking at my notes too. I remember that Hurdur and Nelitha went to the headmaster's office and maybe heard some like dictating a letter or something happening or something. And Nelitha was like, we're not going to go try to do anything. We need to get the rest of the Scooby gang together before we do anything on our own. And Hurdur was like, oh, okay, I guess that makes sense. Then we went to the library. And we met up, the whole gang got back together at the library, and they were going to have a dedication of something, that there was a donation of a lot of books or something like that.
Yeah,
maybe?
I think that's right.
And
a speech was going to be given.
Right.
You found a poster about this speech in the library.
Right. So we decided to go, and I do remember at one point Hurdur sat down and kind of nodded off. But then somebody was talking to him, and he had the impression that he might have been involved in the donation to the library, and Hurdur did not correct them. That's what I remember.
And that says wizards. I thought it said lizards. Like, why do evocation lizards wear orange?
Lizards.
Evocation wizards wear orange. I believe it was Isolt who noticed that the different groups of wizards wore robes that seemed to correspond with the College of Magic that they were involved in.
With no necromancy college, allegedly.
Not that you could see.
Not that was visible, at least.
And then Nelitha snuck out, and as she was crossing the courtyard, she came across the figure of a very familiar, tall, elven wizard. And it was the headmaster, the one that was in the courtyard back home at Pennycross. She continued to scurry on back to the headmaster's office to go do crime, we assume. We'll find out next time. Well, the rest of you were in the library, and the headmaster sort of walked in through the doors. Both double doors opened widely. There was a clear path in front of him. He had an entourage of aides that followed him up to the podium, and he was getting ready to speechify as we left.
The other thing that I remember is that there was a bit of a spat with Owen and Erasmus and Isolt talking about the headmaster and not going off half-cocked.
Yes.
And talking about how the actual specifications for the statue that showed up was showing the image of the person who owned the portal, not necessarily the person who did the thing.
Yeah.
Which I really remember because, like, afterwards I was like, hey guys, we good, everything, yeah. Which we were.
Yeah.
But I always like to check in.
And at this point, Hurdur is seated in the front row with a book and somewhat awake now because, all the hubbub of the headmaster bursting in. Owen, you were at the back of
Off
the
to
room?
the side, towards the back. I wasn't in the front. That's all I remember.
Okay. And Isolt, where are you?
I was against one of the walls.
Okay. And Erasmus was also near the wall. I believe after the discussion that the three of you had, he probably moseyed a little further off and pouted a bit. So he's not standing with the two of you. And there's a bit of a clearing of the throat. And the room goes silent as the headmaster draws himself upright. He is in these glorious, deep orange robes and a tall, pointy orange hat. My esteemed colleagues and students. And his voice is echoing a little bit more than it should. You're pretty sure there's something magical going on here to make him sound a little better. I stand before you today, not merely as a humble wizard, but as a fervent seeker of knowledge and wisdom. It is with great pleasure and profound gratitude that I extend my sincerest thanks to our generous benefactors for their invaluable contribution of books to our library. The renowned Nightshade family has donated the collection of the late, great Zale Nightshade to the Magrona Academy, and I cannot emphasize how honored we are to have access to the materials this incredible wizard used in his studies. And he surveys the room with a deep pause. In the hallowed halls of academia, where the pursuit of truth and enlightenment reign supreme, books serve as our most trusted companions and guides. They are the silent guardians of centuries past, preserving the collective wisdom of humanity for generations yet unborn. Like the phoenix rising from the ashes, each book in our collection embodies the spirit of resilience and renewal. Within their pages lie the secrets of the universe waiting to be unlocked, the mysteries of the mind begging to be unraveled, and the wonders of the world yearning to be explored. Yet, it is not merely the knowledge contained within these tomes that we celebrate today, but the boundless potential they possess to ignite the flames of curiosity and inspire greatness within each of us. For in the words of Zale Nightshade himself, books give a soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and life to everything. As we embark on our scholarly endeavors, let us heed the wisdom of these books as our guiding stars, illuminating the path towards enlightenment and understanding. Let us embrace the challenges that lie ahead with courage and determination, knowing that with each page turned, we inch closer to the truth. May the light of knowledge continue to shine brightly within our library walls, casting out the shadows of ignorance and ushering in an era of enlightenment for all. Thank you, and may the magic of learning guide us ever onward.
Hurdur leaps up and applauds like there's no tomorrow. And you could tell that he was moved and stirred by the talk of a love of books. And anybody else applauding?
Yes,
Okay.
the rest of the students and staff follow suit, and they applaud rather vigorously. What is everyone's passive perception? I know, hard questions early on.
17.
11.
16.
Okay. Owen, you don't really notice anything out of the ordinary, but Isolde and Hurdur, again, you feel like the applause is maybe more than it should be, given the number of people in the room who are actually applauding.
I'm in the wrong character sheet.
Oh, that will do it! So you may have noticed as well.
17.
Yes, okay, so all of you
Why do
noticed.
I only have 26 hit points?
Oh no, that's not enough.
Which character sheet were you in?
Flint Silver Axe.
That's a cool name.
But definitely not Owen.
Not
No.
Owen Thorne.
All right, so you all notice that the applause seems enhanced. Owen and Isolde, you both notice this small woman goes up to one of the headmaster's entourage and starts whispering and points at Hurdur.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
Hurdur, this is the woman that you were speaking with earlier. The library worker that you were speaking with earlier. Right. This member of the entourage waits for the applause to come down to a more interruptible level. And then the headmaster speaks again. I invite you all to enjoy your time in the library. The collection of Zale Nightshade will be on display in the private collections room for a few weeks before we make it available to the entirety of the student body. We do, of course, have to make sure that everything is appropriate for students. Some of it may be restricted to the professors. Thank you for your understanding. I believe there are some refreshments in the back. Enjoy your afternoon.
Have I heard the name Zale Nightshade before? I don't remember if I asked this a month ago.
Roll me an Arcana.
It's intelligence-based, so I suck at it. Oh, but I rolled a 15.
You don't know much other than he was a well-known wizard. And you're pretty sure he died a little while ago. You're not sure how long ago, but you heard that he died.
Is it long enough ago that the timing of this seems odd? Like, if this was going to be bequeathed to the college, it should have been sooner?
It seems maybe a little bit late for it to be a bequeathed thing, but the headmaster did specifically say that the family had donated the collection.
Sure.
So it could be that it was a delayed bequeathal. It could be that the family looked at it and said, well,
what the heck are we going to do with these?
Not really.
exactly. That's a lot of books. I don't have a room for it.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, you haven't... His name has not come up in-game before.
I didn't figure, but also, like, it was such a specific name.
So after the headmaster essentially dismisses everyone, this aide who had been speaking to the woman goes up to the headmaster and does a little bit of a whisper and a gentle head nod in Hurdur's direction. Hurdur.
Hurdur is walking to the refreshments table while this is happening.
All right. The headmaster steps down from the podium and begins striding. And once again, everyone just sort of parts in front of him.
Do we notice this conversation between these folks?
Yes. Owen and Isolt both noticed this. Hurdur did not. Hurdur is headed towards the refreshments.
Thinking about food.
I would like to make my way towards where Hurdur is making his way.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm going to do so, not like stealthily, but a little more like moving with the flow of the crowd to be in the vicinity if something goes sideways.
Sure. And the two of you also notice Kaylee had joined the crowd.
Our sweet girl!
It seems like the students were expected to be here for this announcement. You see her grab a couple of her friends and approach Erasmus. And you're pretty sure...
He has a fan club.
He does. He's not going to be able to do much with you guys for a little while because his new daughter is bringing her friends over. Hurdur, you feel a hand on your shoulder just as you reach the table.
All right. Hurdur turns around to see the source of the hand. Does he have to look
Yes,
up? Or,
it is the headmaster.
Hello, sir. This was a rousing speech for... I love books also. I love books. This was beautiful.
I'm so happy that you are pleased, Mr. Nightshade. Your
I'm sure
family's generous donation is very much appreciated.
I'm sure Zale would have been stirred in his soul to have heard your words as well.
I am so glad to hear that from you. This is the most generous donation. I'm very honored that your family chose us as the recipients of all of Archmage Zale Nightshade's collected wisdom. Well, I assure you that we will protect it, take care of it, and study it appropriately.
Nothing would bring me more joy to hear that. And I mean, Magrona Academy is so well regarded within the family that it was an easy choice for us.
Fantastic. You know, I must say I'm rather disappointed that the magic has not manifested itself to quite the same extent in further generations, but regardless, we do appreciate your donations. If you would like to have a few moments with the books, we do have the private collection room set up. I would quite appreciate you taking a look at it and giving us your seal of approval for the arrangement and the care that we've taken with these items.
I would love that. I do want to get something to drink and a little pastry first, but then you can lead me to the way.
Certainly.
Hey. So I grab a little pastry and a little something to drink.
I will give you a few moments to have your refreshments. Of course, we don't want to bring food and beverage into the collection room, of course.
You passed the first test. That was an easy one, but...
You do love your books, don't you?
Oh, I love books.
I can see that it's clearly been a sacrifice for you to donate these to us. And again...
Well, it's the whole family.
I see. And so that's why you're here, of course, because you appreciate the books.
I love
more than the rest. Wonderful, wonderful. I will give you a few moments, and when you're ready, just come up to the podium, and one of my aides will show you to the collection room. And
excellent, thank you.
And he leans over and mutters something to one of the minions following him around.
All right, so Hurdur is like looking over the buffet table or whatever and getting something tasty to eat and something to drink. He is a little parched. Once he's full, he goes over to where the headmaster had indicated up at the front.
Isolde and Owen, what are you guys doing at this time?
Catching up with him.
Yeah.
I think you were both close enough to hear the headmaster call him Mr. Nightshade.
Yeah.
Okay. And immediately thought, oh, he fucked up.
I would like both of you to give me a performance check.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
That's a 7.
That's
Okay.
a natural 1 for a total of 2.
Oh, no.
Well, at least I didn't roll quite that poorly.
Oh, dear.
Okay. Well, the good news is he wasn't really looking at you.
Oh, thank God.
So you're lucky that my die rolled low today. So do you join Hurdur at the refreshment table, or do you wait until he is walking away?
I'll wait till he's walking away.
Okay.
I will get a refreshment, so we're not both doing the same thing.
Okay. Hurdur, you've got your refreshment and you've made your way to the podium again. Isolde, you catch up with Hurdur there.
Mm-hmm. Hi.
Hey, they're going to let me look at all the books.
Have we lost you to the back room at this point?
Do you want to come? I can ask if you can come with me.
Honestly, I'd love to.
Okay. So anyway, he told me to come up to the podium when I was ready to go. So I'm at the podium. Let's look around at the podium. Did he like leave any papers on the podium or anything?
Oh no, this man memorizes his speeches.
Oh, God. I don't know why that makes me distrust him more, but it does.
It's a nice podium.
Mm-hmm.
Owen, are you lingering at the
I'm gonna
refreshment table?
keep an eye on things. I trust Isolde to be able to handle herself and Hurdur.
Okay.
Me, I can do. Hurdur.
You can't even say that without laughing.
Hurdur, you are at the podium with Isolde, and one of the little minions comes over. Mr. Nightshade, sir. Hi, Nightshade, sir. Hi. Hello.
Hi. Yeah, I understand. I have the opportunity to go look at the books. Are you the one to take me and my friend to go see the books?
Yes, sir. I will escort you. And your security?
Absolutely.
Detail?
Yes.
Sure.
Roll me a performance check. Or a persuasion, whichever one.
Can I offer him the help action by looking
Absolutely.
big and intimidating?
3 plus 11 is 14.
Okay.
Help action gives you advantage on that.
I'll pop it again. That is 4 plus 11, 15.
Okay.
I tried, okay?
Okay. There's still one more, so this young halfling seems quite convinced. Right, sir, yes. Is it just the two of you?
Her looks around, catches Owen's eye.
Owen kind of shakes his head a little bit.
Yep, just the two of us.
Okay. Yes, come right this way, sir. And this little halfling takes you sort of around the side of the podium, around to the private viewing rooms.
Look at all these books, Isolt. He's checking out all the books. Does he see any commonality, any attempt at reasonable arrangement?
Go ahead and make me an investigation check.
Both of us or just him?
If you're both looking around, you can both make investigation checks.
Yeah, I'll look around.
16 plus 1, 17.
13.
All right. There are so many books. But this is just this one man's collection. He has more books than I have. And I have an entire room in my house dedicated to my books. The walls are lined with shelves. Every wall in this room is lined with shelves, and there are 2 sets of shelves sort of sticking out in the middle as well to accommodate more books. There are easily 1,000 books in here. And it looks like the sort of back wall is more traditional sort of textbook type books by other people. And the front wall is all notebooks that seem to be, some of them are hand-bound. And you're quite certain that these are Zale Nightshade's personal notebooks. And there is one podium in the center there. And the book on it is very well loved. You can see darkness around the edges where someone has flipped open the book hundreds of thousands of times. And that is Zale Nightshade's spellbook.
Hey, Isolt, do you think we can take this one?
I'm going to glance around to see if anyone's looking at us.
You are alone.
Do you have one of the fancy bags? Do you have, like, the bag of holding or something? Because Hurdur doesn't have anything like that.
Let me double check. I think I do have a bag of holding, because that's just, like, the kind of thing that I tend to have. I do have a bag of holding.
Do you think we should take it?
Are you going to take it?
How much trouble do we want to be in if it's discovered? Is there another book in here that looks kind of similarly well loved that would pass at a quick glance until someone like took a better look?
Do the Indiana Jones swap it out thing?
Yeah.
Roll me another investigation, looking specifically for a comparable book.
Ugh, you're asking me to roll intelligence things. Why would you do this to me? 16.
12.
Okay. There is one of his notebooks that looks similar, and you think it might be an option to swap them?
Is there a reason why we would want to swap them? Is there a reason why we need this?
This is the wizard that did all the bad stuff, and he's got this book collection. He's obviously put this in a special place. Erasmus probably wants to see it.
Wait, what makes you think that this is a wizard that did a lot of bad stuff?
Why are we here?
I have not seen the
not?
connections.
This is what we came for, right?
I mean, the others seem to think that we came to deal with the headmaster, thinking that he's the big problem, and now you're thinking that Nightshade is...
Oh, no.
Look,
I think
everyone's going off half-cocked today.
I think the headmaster put this book here on purpose because I don't... He may have had the books for a long time.
Huh?
Don't make me make it make sense.
Make it make sense. If we are stealing someone's spell book, which is like, I'm a paladin. My goddess gives me my abilities. I don't mess with spell books, but I've had enough wizard friends to know that's not something you mess with. Now, he's dead, but...
Yeah, you're right. He's dead. He's not going to miss it.
Someone's going to. Someone's already taken inventory of this. I would very much guess that we've got, at the outside, a couple of days before someone figures it out. That's at the absolute outside.
A couple of days.
That's at the absolute outside.
And
then we're dealing with a magic school full of people who know how to track things with magic.
Can they track it if it's inside Erasmus's hole?
I honestly don't know enough about wizard magic to know that. I do know that wizards can locate objects with a spell, but I don't know if that counts if it's on a demi-plane of existence.
If we can't take this book, can we at least take one book? I love the books. You remember with the Beholder, I got all the books.
You did.
I'm
gonna look at the notebook that I found that was similar to the spell book and do like a quick flip through to be like, does this at least give us enough secrets that Hurdur would be happy?
That particular book seems like it's got a lot of working out spells.
Ooh.
It doesn't look like it's got the final spells, but it's got a lot of the progress and process
The theory
along the way.
crafting.
Yeah.
I'll show that to Hurdur. What about something like this? Again, these have all been inventoried. You remember what your sweetie was doing with all of the books that we got from the Beholder? They've done that to these.
Do you think Hesper would like this book?
Yes,
Put
probably.
it in your bag, please. I want to take it home.
If I get fireballed for this, I'm blaming you. And I'll open my bag of holding.
And I'll dump that book in there. That is way too much calculating that Danny is doing right now.
I know, I'm terrified.
No, it's fine.
I'm really worried this is going to be like Candlekeep, where you can't do things like that.
Sorry, I shouldn't make that evil laugh. I apologize.
No, you're not sorry at all.
Not even a little. Okay.
Oh dear.
He has regrets about not going into back Isolde with Hurdur.
He had to go to
Hurdur's
the
very
bathroom.
convincing. Like, Isolde also has high charisma, but up against a bard, come on.
So you've retrieved the one notebook.
Mm-hmm.
You've left the spell book.
Mm-hmm.
Are you taking any of the other books? Are you touching them? Are you looking at them?
I'm definitely looking at, to get an idea of what's in here, and from what you told me before, I'm feeling that there's like a textbooky type of section and a personal notebooky kind of section.
There's also a section of what appears to be fiction.
Oh, fiction. Gonna come look over at the fiction section.
Okay.
I'm going to wait until he's very distracted, digging through all of the other books, and then carefully like pull that notebook back out of the bag of holding and put it back where it belongs.
Damn you.
Okay.
That totally checks out, though. Yeah, so Hurdur's looking
I'm
at
chaotic
fictions.
good, not chaotic stupid.
So, Hurdur, you're over here looking at some of these books. I would like you to roll me an investigation, please.
Mm-hmm. 8.
Yikes.
Okay. Hurdur, you're looking at these books, and you're trailing your fingers across the spines as you're reading some of the titles. I need you to roll me initiative, please.
Oh no.
Well, at least Isolde isn't very far away.
6.
6.
Oh, no.
Okay. Okay.
Your dice hate you today.
Hurdur really loves the books. He's easily distracted. Doesn't think straight. The dice hate me, yes, but it all checks out.
But there is a character reason behind it.
Right.
So, what's your AC, Hurdur?
13, I think. Yeah, 13.
Well, the good news is
Oh no.
that of tails and teeth does not actually make contact when it bites you.
It's a mimic!
Assault. This book hurt me.
Did you get a paper cut?
More than that. So the book has bitten me, or tried to bite me.
It's tried to bite you, yes.
Okay, but it did not make the contact. So he jumps back when that happens as well.
All right.
I don't know what's going on.
Well, it gets an opportunity attack when you jump out of range.
Yep.
Sweet.
And a 20 will hit you. And it lashes out with a pseudopod for 9 points of damage.
Assault!
Come in.
And Assault, please roll me an initiative.
Sure. Yeah, that tracks. I'm a paladin. I have paladin and cleric initiative. 3.
Oh no.
I was called over by him yelling, so
Yeah. So you get to go next. And you do see a book with teeth and a pseudopod that is retracting after smacking Hurdur.
okay. I'm going to take that in very quickly and then point a finger and with a voice booming with the power of a goddess say grovel and cast grovel on the mimic.
Okay.
That is a DC 16 wisdom saving throw.
That is a 19.
All right. Fair enough. I will draw my weapon and use a bonus action to set it on fire, which is everyone's favorite thing in a library.
Okay.
But that is the end of my turn. Well, I'll move closer so that I'm in melee with this thing.
All right. Before we go any further, Owen. Mm-hmm. It looks like Owen's been wandering around the library.
Owen took a bathroom break. Because I found a bathroom in the corner.
I saw Owen take a bathroom break.
Yes, this library
He washed his hands.
Good for him.
Owen, I would like you to roll me a perception check, please.
Okay. Sorry, it's a new toy. I gotta play
It is.
around with
It's
it.
fantastic. I love that it's got stuff like that.
Perception check.
Yes, please.
9.
Okay. I would like you to roll me luck.
I know we put that mechanic in, but I don't remember where.
Yeah, it should be at the bottom of your skill list.
I found it. 17.
Okay. Luckily, you happened to be walking very near that private collection room when Hurdur shouted for Isolde.
Is anyone, guarding this?
You see one young, very scared-looking halfling standing outside the door. Hello. Hello. You look, are you part of the security detail?
Yes.
Okay, it sounds like they might need you. Would you like to go in?
Yes.
Thank you. Oh, and go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay. I love my cranky old man.
He's such a dear.
I do love that I put that luck in just for things like this. Luckily, you were in the right place.
6.
Okay. Well, Owen, you are able to get into the room, but you'll have to wait for the next round to actually do anything.
Sounds good.
This mimic did not like that Isolde has lit a flaming sword.
No one likes it, like the flaming sword in the library, in fairness.
Exactly. And it's going to reach out with a pseudopod and attempt to hit Isolde. And that is an 11. All right. That doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I'll just let my laugh speak for that.
And it has tried to reach you and failed, but you hear a sound from further away, a similar sort of slurpy sound.
I saw that bookshelf change. That was cool.
This one no longer looks like a book. This thing is now an amorphous blob sitting in this lower corner.
Okay.
I don't think it actually has a lot of movement. Well, it can move a little. So it uses its action to change its shape, and then it moves just a little.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And you can see it sort of poking around the corner. That is Mimic Bee's turn. Hurdur, it's your turn again.
All right. Hurdur wants to move as far away from the mimic that went at him as he can.
Okay.
So he says he can move 25 feet.
Okay.
So he's going to be moving away.
His little legs.
Little
Yeah.
dwarf with little legs.
Yeah, little cutie slow dude there. And
Okay.
and then I don't remember the mechanics. Can he attack as well?
Yes.
Because then he wants to throw the boomerang at him.
Okay. So you won't be able to get it I don't think you'll be able to get it around the corner to the one that was where you were standing before, because it is on the opposite side of a shelf.
Gotcha.
But you can see the blobby one down the hall from you, so you can hit the second one.
Yeah, I will try to do that.
Okay.
Oh, I'll have to read about the boomerang again. And remember, Hurdur doesn't know it's like a magic item.
Right.
So he just thought it was just a regular boomerang. This bent piece of wood could be thrown as a ranged weapon. So that was a 10 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay. Now I think some things still might happen to him.
You need to roll a dexterity check, please.
Yeah. Not 20.
Okay,
Holy
you
shit.
catch it.
And I catch the boomerang.
All right. Owen, you're up.
Can I have to... I'm being summoned. I'll be right back.
Sure, absolutely.
Skip me. Pretend I'm still
on your way
futzing
in.
around with the halfling.
Not a problem. All right, Isolt, you're up.
I'm going to stab a mimic
Please do.
with a flame-tongue longsword.
All right.
That is a 26 to hit.
That will hit.
Oh, God. All right, so the D8 rolled an 8, so that's 15 regular damage, and it is on fire, so I'm going to roll 2 more D6 to add to that. Good Lord. That's another 11 fire damage, so that is 26 damage total. And you know what? I'm here. I might as well. I haven't done this in a hot second. I'm going to use a spell slot to deal an extra 2d8 radiant damage with a smite.
All right, let's smite this thing.
Smite, smite, smite. That is an additional 8 radiant damage.
All right. It looks unwell.
Good.
It is on fire
Not so good.
in a bookshelf. It is
Yep.
still in its book form.
Yep. I'm about to get keel hauled.
All right. It is the mimic's turn. It is going to reach out with the pseudopod and try to grab you.
It's certainly welcome to try.
That is a 14.
I'm just gonna say my AC is 23.
Yeah, it's probably probably not gonna
I don't
grab
know
ya.
if the mimic can hit high enough short of a nat 20.
Barely. Yeah, so that doesn't really work. The second mimic
Clanky, clanky, holy tanky.
moves a little bit closer.
Owen, need you to focus on that one.
Hurdur,
Yeah.
I know that's unfair when he's not here. Sorry.
I would like you to roll me a quick perception check.
A quick perception check.
Just a quick
gives
perception check.
Me a 21.
All right, so you do notice another mimic pop from the wall behind you.
Mother. Oh my God. Okay, cool.
And it moves forward. But it used its action to change from a book into a mimic shape, so it doesn't actually hit you this time.
Okay.
Hurdur, it is your turn.
All right, so there's a mimic right on my back.
Yep.
And so I want to turn around and look at it, and I'm going to, at 4th level, cast the Dissonant Whisper spell.
Ooh, okay.
And I'll be just like, you are an abomination to books. It is so, you should not have done this. I don't know what you're doing, but it's an abomination for books. And so this is a DC Wisdom 16.
That is a 16. So it beats.
It's just like, humph, whatever. Okay, and so I still have some movement available to me. Shit, I don't see much place to go, but I'm gonna kind of come into the corner.
All right. As you try to run away from it, it is going to make an attack.
Smack at me, right?
And that is a 17. Will that hit you?
Yeah, I'm a 13.
All right. I need you to make a strength check to see if you can get away from its grapple.
I doubt it. 7.
it is adhered to you.
Oh, sweet.
So
Go back over there.
You get to stay right there by it. It is holding onto you with a little tentacly bit.
Kind of slurpled.
You are slurpled. All right, Isolt, you're up. So you've got the one that is right behind you, Isolt. You've got one that is coming up to you, and one that is behind Hurdur, holding onto him.
Love that. I'm going to keep stabbing the one that is directly in front of me.
Fantastic.
It's here.
And you're doing good damage to it.
Yeah. But a nat 1 is still not going to hit, regardless.
It is not. And with a nat 1, I think your sword goes out.
Okay.
Anything else for you to do on your turn?
I will use a bonus action to relight it.
All right.
And that's my turn.
All right.
Okay, sorry.
That's fine. Let's let Owen have a turn. So
What did I miss?
you have come in. There is
lots of killing mimics. There's 3 of them now.
Okay.
a mimic
God.
still in book form that is over by Isolt. There is a mimic in blobby mimic form approaching Isolt from below. And there is a mimic in mimic form that you probably can't see from where you're standing that is grappling Hurdur.
Okay.
Even though you can't see it, I'm sure you heard her say, "What the sweet hell?"
I'm gonna pull out my longsword and attack this one down here so it doesn't
All right.
flank Isolt. Attack. Dragon's Wrath longsword.
Ooh.
It has been a hot minute since we last had combat. I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah.
I have to remember how everything works.
Dirty 27.
Yeah.
That absolutely hits it.
All right, let's say I did it two-handed because I'm not holding anything, so might as well. 13 damage.
And that's
That is what? Cold damage. Oh no, slashing damage. Slashing damage.
so you have hit it, and it does not like that very much. Anything else for you?
Yes, because
So you have a second attack, don't you?
I have a second attack. It does do cold damage also, but
Okay.
we're not going to worry about that right now because I have to read up on it. Second attack. Let's hit it again.
All right.
Dirty 23.
That definitely hits.
And that's an 11 damage.
All right, so 11 damage.
Maker's Mercy. Speaking of not playing this game for a while, I forgot I get 2 attacks per turn. Okay, we'll just roll
Catch
on
up
with
next time.
that.
Oh, I get 3 attacks per action now.
All right, so let's have Owen's third attack then.
And 18.
That also hits.
All right. And that is a 7.
All
Running out
right.
of steam.
It is
hard
also
when you're
looking
old.
unhealthy.
Okay. Good.
But it is now the mimic's turn.
Oh.
The first one is going to try to bite Isolt.
Okay.
With a 25.
That does hit.
It does. So that is going to be 9 points of piercing damage plus 8 points of acid damage.
So 17 total.
Yes.
My 144 hit points barely blinks at that.
The mimic at Owen is going to try attacking with its pseudopod. That is a 10 to hit. That's not going to
Misses.
hit Owen. And the one that has grappled Hurdur is going to try to smack you again, Hurdur. But if you're grappled, it's got advantage, correct?
I think so.
That is a 13 to hit.
I have a 13 AC.
Meets it, beats it.
Beats it beats. So it's going to hit you. 8 points of damage.
Okey-dokey.
Hurdur, it's your turn.
All right. So as I'm grappled, what I was trying to read up on grappling, I can still fight when I'm grappled. Should I try to do
Yes.
something
Yes.
to ungrapple?
So you can use your action to get out of the grapple, or you can use your action to attack it.
I am going to use my action to ungrapple.
Okay, so go ahead and roll me a strength check. Athletics.
All right, so 17.
You managed to escape.
Okay.
Hey.
And I will tempt fate again by running away to the corner.
All right. Let's see. It will still get an opportunity attack.
Right.
That's a 22.
Oh, are you grappling me
Please roll me
again?
another.
Smacking me?
Roll another athletics to see if you can avoid the grapple.
Okay. 21.
You managed to escape the grapple, so you get away.
Yay. All right. Running over to the corner, trying to get out of the way.
All right.
You guys, it's dangerous hanging out with y'all. These were supposed to be books.
Books in a wizard's library.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Sorry.
It's a wizard library. Oh, and it's your turn.
I'm beginning to think he knew you weren't Mr. Nightshade.
Possibly.
Natural 20!
Yeah, beautiful. All right, so roll your damage.
So it's one full die and then roll the
Yeah.
other one.
Yeah.
So 14 plus 4 is 18. And then since I got a natural
10.
20, I looked up what the cold damage does. And every creature of my choosing within 5 feet takes 5 cold damage. So
All right.
cold damage that mimic 2 for 5.
That mimic has been defeated.
Yeah!
Hooray!
Woohoo.
Suck it!
So that was one hit. Are you doing anything else?
Oh, yeah, okay, then I'll move over here.
You got
Come
two more
help
attacks.
me!
You got 2 more attacks.
Come help
Go.
me!
Oh,
In a minute.
go help him. He needs it more.
Oh my god, I got another natural 20.
All right. Beautiful. Go ahead and roll your damage.
12 plus 4 is 16, and then another 5 is 21.
And you have your third attack, yes?
Yes, so that mimic is still up.
It is still up, yes.
Okay. So I'll hit it again. That is a 15 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. 10 damage.
All right. It is starting to look rough.
Okay.
Isolt, you're up.
All right. I am going to stab the one that I'm next to twice because now I remember how paladins work.
All right.
It's been
Stabby,
a minute. 27 to hit.
Oh, absolutely.
And that is 13 plus 10. So 23 points of damage on that.
It's looking bad.
Good. And that is 29 to hit.
That absolutely hits.
Good. And that is 12 plus 8.
A dead
So
mimic.
20. Yeah, just like hack and slash this thing. And then with my movement, I will move to assist Owen. So
Okay.
can I get to the mimic approximately from there?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all close quarters combat.
I'm a paladin. That's our thing. There are ranged paladins. It's just not as common as you might think.
This mimic is going to attempt to bite Owen, and that is going to be 14 to hit, so I don't think...
Misses.
All right. Hurdur,
Mm-hmm.
you notice another new friend has entered combat.
Dang, dig Nimit. This is pretty sweet, actually.
And that one tries to reach out to hit you with a pseudopod. Will a 17 hit you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that is 11 points of damage. And I need you to roll me another acrobatics, please.
Acrobatics. 7.
You are stuck to it.
Sweet.
Oh, no.
But it is now your turn.
Can I cast a spell?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay, all right. I am dissonant whispering this guy that I'm stuck on.
Okay.
So that was, where'd my spells go? It was the 16 wisdom, I think. Yeah.
All right. Let's see how wise it is.
Come on, you stupid bookcase.
That is a 12. It is a stupid bookcase.
All right. Okay, so that is 66 damage, psychic damage. which a lot of low numbers, so 21.
Okay. All right. Anything else for you, Herder? You're just going to stay in his sticky embrace.
Doesn't Dissonant Whispers make it also, like, run away?
Oh, yeah, wait, that's right.
Because my bard will always use that as a get away from me, I am squishy spell.
Right. Target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it takes damage and must immediately use its reaction to move as far away as possible.
Okay. Well, it drops you and doesn't get very far because they don't move very far.
Yeah.
But it dropped you.
Well,
that's what I cared about.
You.
Yeah. I can still move. I haven't done any moving at this point. But you know what? Herder has remembered that when he moves past one of these things, they smack him. He's not moving this time.
All right, good plan, Herder.
Herder doesn't have a lot of experience with mimics as a mere level 8 dude, so he hasn't encountered them before. Maybe read about them in some of his books, and he's learning from the School of Hard Knocks. Don't run past a bookshelf that's smacking you.
Good plan. At least he's picking up on it.
Pattern recognition, we appreciate it.
Owen, you're up.
I'm going to hit the one closest to me.
All right.
Dirty 20.
That hits.
6.
Okay.
And again.
Get it again.
23.
That hits.
With a 13 damage.
Ooh, okay.
Still up?
It is still up. It's not looking good, but it's still up.
One more again.
All right.
21.
That hits.
12.
And you have vanquished yet another.
Yay.
All right. And Isolde, you're up.
All right. Seeing that one got vanquished, I'm going to go and whack the one that up until recently had Hurdur in its grasp.
All right.
So that is a 30 to hit.
That definitely hits.
I would be very concerned if it didn't.
This mimic is looking pretty bad.
So that is total 18 damage.
All right. It's still up.
Dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
And that is 12 plus 8 is 20 damage.
And that one falls into a pile of goo.
Like, I'm going to start stalking through the shelves, sword still flaming in hand, looking around, waiting for something else to, like, reach out and grab me.
Okay. You do a good job of walking around, but nothing reaches out and grabs you. You have taken care of all of the mimics that were in this room.
Okay.
There is still some purplish goo on the floor.
I'll hold up the sword in like a fencer's salute and turn off the flaming aspect before checking it for cleanliness, because Narnia scarred me at a young age. And then sheath it.
So you have successfully defeated the mimics that were in this room.
Yay!
Hooray!
Hooray!
So, can we take the other spell book now? I think we earned it. Can you swap the one that you put in your bag for the other spell book?
I think that it will do more good here, where it can educate many generations of young spellcasters.
Okay, fine. Hesper she'll like the notebook you got in your bag, though, at least. So at least there's that.
Completely straight-faced, I'm sure.
Would you like to roll a deception check on that?
Sure.
Herder will fail.
Okay. It's fine.
Herder will 100% believe her. He's hurt and tired and misses Hesper. So you can try to deceive me if you want, but it will succeed.
Yeah, I won't roll then. I do feel a little bit bad for him, so I'll... At this point, we have kind of earned something, so I will, like, sticky finger that notebook again and stick that back in the bag. I'll decide later if I'm actually going to give it to him. Because paladins don't have to be lawful good anymore, and I take full advantage of that.
You're just lawful.
No.
All right.
They only have to follow the precepts of their god or goddess, and my goddess is chaotic good. Emphasis on chaotic.
Well, that feels nice. I like that. Okay.
Do you think maybe we should go find Erasmus
Yes.
Hurdur, how are you doing? How are you looking, like, health-wise? Because Isolde's not... Isolde has a couple bruises. She's fine.
Yeah. Hurdur.
Hurdur's not looking the best.
Yeah.
How bad?
Pretty...
On a scale of 1 to 10, he's about a 5.
So, okay. I'll just go ahead and do this. I'll reach over and gently put a hand on his shoulder and do lay on hands for 60 HP. How you feeling there, buddy?
Hurdur feels better.
That just brings me... I don't get the extra right, it just brings me to max.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wasn't sure where you were at, so I just went ahead and dumped all of what she can do.
Yes. I feel good as new. Let's do it again.
And Hurdur, you have you've learned a lot recently in your adventures with this group.
Poor thing.
And you're going to level up to level 9.
Yay!
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 Exciting.
But yeah, I think we're going to go find Erasmus and at least Erasmus, hopefully Nelitha in the near to middling future.
All right. So with Hurdur feeling much better, you depart the private collection room and head back out into the main library, where there's still quite a bit of celebration going on. The refreshment table is still being restocked by the various staff.
Hurdur's going straight to that refreshment table, get something to drink, and kind of look around and see if anybody looks like they heard any of the commotion, if anybody is paying any attention to the room.
As you walked out of the room, that one little helper halfling is looking at you with wide eyes. Is everything okay in there?
It is now.
Do I need to do anything? Do we need to get help? Do we need to do anything?
Janitorial services?
We should probably have a word with the headmaster.
Yes.
Okay, I'll take you to the headmaster.
Thank you.
Come this way.
Thank you very much. And trying to exude an aura of, like, warmth and comfort for the child.
She will lead you all to the headmaster directly. Ah, Mr. Nightshade. Was the collection to your satisfaction? Did you like the display of the spellbook? I was quite proud of that myself.
That was a beautiful display. I don't remember Zale having the fiction book collection that was in there.
Yes, that was a bit of a surprise to us, but I think that some of the students should enjoy a bit of non-academic reading in their downtime. Don't encourage a lot of it, but, one must occasionally rest from the toils, refresh oneself. I did have some fantastic ideas while reading a few rather smutty novels. It did help with some creativity.
Excellent. I hope the students find it equally as helpful. About the spellbook, have you learned anything interesting from it?
I have not had a chance to dive deeply into it. I did briefly peruse it when it first came in. There are certainly some new spells that I look forward to studying and perhaps adapting for my own purposes, but at this time I have not thoroughly investigated it.
Well, surely you will keep the family informed as you research. Much of it is mysterious to us as well.
Certainly I can send you a detailed letter on my final findings, if you'd like.
We would appreciate that greatly.
Certainly, yes.
And just for your information, there were mimics in the collection.
I'm sorry?
Mimics. You're familiar? Creatures that can look
Oh,
like
quite,
whatever
yes.
they like? Excellent. There were 4 of them.
4 mimics in the collection.
Yes.
Huh.
I don't think there are more, but it would not hurt to have a closer look.
Right. How did they... I shall investigate this somewhat further. There were none when I assembled the collection. And I personally went through each book. Thank you for bringing that to my attention.
Certainly. You may want to get some janitorial staff in there. They leave a rather nasty ectoplasm behind.
Purple goo. Yes. I shall ensure that happens. He snaps his fingers, and that same little halfling comes running up. Yes, sir? Get the janitors, and keep everyone else out of the private collection. Yes, sir. And she scurries off. Right, well, I apologize for that, Mr. Nightshade. That was unfortunate. Are you injured at all? Can I offer you a healing potion? We have several available.
I would be delighted to take a healing potion. Just, I don't need it right now, but I might, these bones are getting old. I might need it on the journey home. I would also appreciate if you have perhaps a little stronger drink than what is on the refreshment table.
A man after my own heart. Yes. Perhaps you'd like to join me in my office.
I would love that.
Fantastic. Give me just a few minutes to retrieve a healing potion for you, and then you can accompany me to my office.
My friends
with your
and
security
me, of course.
detail,
yes,
of course.
My security, yes.
Yes, of course.
There's one other member of my security force is probably outside waiting, so we may pick him up as well.
Certainly. I want to keep the venerable nightshades safe.
Appreciate that. As safe as those books.
Right, yes. And he frowns a little. Enjoy your refreshments, and I will return for you shortly.
Thank you.
And he disappears into the crowd. And that's where we're going to leave it for tonight.
All right.
Hurdur is going to be very conflicted about his relationship with books at this point.
Aww.
But here's a cool thing. Because the mimics were books, we can absolutely say that notebook that found its way back into Assault's bag was a mimic in disguise. And that's why it's not there anymore.
There you go.
I got you, boo.
So you didn't steal anything. It just was a mimic, and it's now dead.
Exactly. It was a mimic, and now it's gone. And if there are 5 books missing as opposed to the 4 that Assault said, well, she's old.
Numbers are hard. Her eyes are going.
You forget how many things you've stabbed after a while.
I love it. All right. Well, thank you, everyone, for sticking around and watching the last bit of our adventures. I hope you had as much fun as we've had. Until next time, happy gaming. Bye.
Bye.
A Majestic Goose podcast.
Honk.